बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रबी अस्सिर वलात वस्सिर वतमिम बिल खैर रब्bi zidni ilma. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. This is the book D3 and this is the updated 7th edition, and this book is for grade A 8, and today we will do exercise 10A. Let's start, students. The exercise 10A, and today we will do questions of basic level. Question number 1: identify a pair of congruent triangle from the following triangle not drawn on scale based on each of the following congruency test. The four congruency tests are given to us, and we have to find the pair of the triangles which satisfies that congruency test. And first test is side, side, side. SSS is called side, side, side congruency test. We have to find the pair of a triangle whose three sides are equal to the other triangle. Now we see the triangles carefully and look at the triangle number 2, and this is one side is 6, other second 4, and third one is 5. And you can also look the triangle number 7. These three sides are equal. It means that the two triangles satisfied the test, side 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 congruency test. Triangle 2 and triangle 7. Now students, we have to write it like that, comparing triangles 2 and triangle 7. The three side of triangle 2 and 7 are equal. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent. And which test is applied, which test, for which test these are congruent is side, side, side. And now students, that part number A. Now students, part number B, side angle side congruency test. In part number B, that test, congruency test, we have to find the triangles which in which this test satisfied. A means angle and SS means sides. Now we find the triangle. Now students, we can see that the triangle 3, in triangle 3, one angle is given to us and two sides. One is 5 centimeter and one is 3 centimeter. And in triangle 5, you can also observe that the two angles and one side is given to us. One is 40, angle is 40 and sides are 6 and 4. It means the triangle 5 and 3 are congruent to each other, and it satisfies that test, side angle side. This B part, comparing triangles 3 and triangle 5. Now triangle 3 and 5 are congruent to each other, and the two sides and the included angle of triangle are equal. The two sides and included angle of triangle 3 are equal to two sides and included angle of triangle 5. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent. And which test is applied in it? Side angle side. And it is necessary that the angle is in between both sides. You can observe the triangle that the angle is in between the two sides. Now students, part number C, angle side congruency test. Now we have to find the triangle in which this test is applied. Now students, you can observe the triangle. The triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 9. That is the triangle 1 in which the two angles, that is the congruency test, angle side, two angles and next side. And that is congruent to the triangle 9, and that is two angles and third one is side. Now we can also observe the triangle number 4, that is the two angles, but the side, that side which is in which these angles are dotted. But we have to find the congruency. In the congruency test, the side is next to the angles. Let's see that 60, 40 and side 5 centimeter. 60, 40 and side 5 centimeter. That's why 1 is equal to 9. And that's not is equal to, that not is congruent to that triangle and triangle 1. That's 40, 60 and the length of that side is given to us 5 centimeter, on which these angles are located, and that's why this triangle is not congruent to triangle 1 and triangle 9. Triangle 1 and triangle 9 are congruent to each other. Now students, comparing triangle 1 and triangle 9. The two angles and one side of triangle 1 are equal to the two corresponding angles and the corresponding sides of triangle 9. It means the two triangles are congruent, and side angle side, and this test is applied on it angle and side. Now students, D part, in D part is R, H and S. R means right angle, H means hypotenuse and S means sides. And in these triangles, the one side is right angle triangle, hypotenuse and side of the triangles are equal, then the triangles are equal to each other. You can observe the triangle number 6 and triangle number 8. Both has one right angle. Hypotenuse is equal 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter. You know that the hypotenuse is opposite to the 90 angle of 90, and one side 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter are equal to each other. That's why that congruency test is applied on it, and the both triangles are equal to each other. RHS congruency test. Due to this test, the triangle 6 and triangle 8 are equal, congruent to each other. Now students, part number D, comparing triangles 6 and triangle 8. The hypotenuse and one side of triangle 6 is equal to the hypotenuse and corresponding one side of triangle 8. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent and RHS. Right angle, hypotenuse and side. That test is applied on these triangle. And now students, the question number 1 is solved. Now students, question number 2, copy and complete the proof to show that each of the following pair of triangle are congruent. And that is a pair of triangle is given to us. We have to prove that the following pair of triangle are congruent. You can observe that the 8 is opposite to the P. It's A, their A, and in this triangle this is opposite to P. That's why we have to write it like that, that A is equivalent to P. And B is opposite to the C centimeter and Q is opposite to the 6 centimeter. That's why we write B is equivalent to Q. C, uh, now C is equivalent to R. And that triangle is given to us, that AB, that sign show that these both sides are equal, and and this is given in the question. AB is equal to the PQ. Meyer PQ and BC is 8 centimeter and RQ is 8 centimeter. This also is given to us. And now side AC is equal to side PR. And this is equal to the centimeter, 6 centimeter. And now students, triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle PQR. And which test is applied on it? That is, you can observe that the three sides are equal and the side. That congruency test is applied on this triangle. Side are equal. Now students, part number B. You can observe that the D is opposite to the 5 meter and Z in this triangle is opposite to the um 5 meter. That's why we write there Z. At point E, we can observe that there is an angle of 70, and at point we can also observe that is the angle of Y at point Y, and that's why E is congruent, E is equivalent to the Y. And F, left F, and left is X. Now Meyer DE is equal to the Meyer YZ, which is 3 centimeter. And Meyer angle DEF is equal to the Meyer angle XYZ. And both are equal to 70 degree. And now EF XY, and it is equal to 5 meter. Now triangle DEF is equal to triangle XYZ. And which test is applied on this triangle? That is side angle side. One side, angle between it, another side. One side, angle between it, another side are equal. And that's why the both triangles are congruent to each other. Now students, part number C. In part number C, you can observe that the angle that L is opposite to the 7 centimeter, and you can observe that the 7 is opposite to the W, and that's why L and W. M is on point M, the angle is 30 and M is equivalent to V. N and U. Now angle L, M and N. Here angle L, M and N are equivalent to U, V and W. Here angle U, V and W. And now here angle L, N and M. L, N and M L, N and M are equal to V, U and W. U, V and W. And that angle is equal to 70 degree. You can find it easily, and you can know that the internal angle of the triangle are equal to 180, and 30 plus 80 and U, angle U, 180. 30 and 30, 80, 90, 100, 110. Angle U, that is 110, is equal to 180 degree. 180 degree minus 110, and we get 70 degree. And that angle is 70 degree. And now measure side. Now students measure MN. MN is equal to 77 centimeter and M is equal to UV, and this is 7 centimeter. For triangle LMNN is congruent to triangle UV and W, at which congruency test is applied on it, that is angle side. Due to this congruency test, that the both triangle are congruent to each other. Now students, part number D. In part number D, you can observe that the angle G is opposite to 5 millimeter, and that's why U is also opposite to 5 centimeter, and that is H. At point H, the angle is right angle, and at point T, higher angle GHI is 90 degree, and UTS is 90 degree. And now GI is equal to 13 millimeter, and that is the hypotenuse that is opposite to the 90 degree, and there is SU, it's equal to SU, and this is 13 millimeter. HI is 5 centimeter, which is equal to ST, and this is equal to 5 millimeter. Now students, say triangle HI is congruent to triangle ST and U, and right angle, hypotenuse and test side. Due to this test, that sides are now students, due to this test, the triangle are congruent to this triangle. Now students, question number 2 is solved. Now students, question number 3, determine whether each of the following pair of triangle are congruent. We have to determine that the triangles are congruent or not congruent. We determine it by applying the test. The 4 tests which we apply in the question number first. We have to find that these tests are applied in these triangles or not. You can observe clearly that let's suppose A is equivalent to E, and B is equivalent to D, and third one left C is equivalent to F. Now you can observe the three sides of triangle ABC. Three sides you can observe. Opposite of angle A is 12 meter and opposite angle of E is 10 meter and B is 10 meter and D is 12 meter, and hence this proves these three sides of triangle are not equal to the three corresponding sides of triangle A, B and C. Therefore, triangle ABC is not congruent to triangle DEF. Simple. ABC, you can also write it like that, is not congruent to triangle DEF. And now students, that is the part number 1. Now students, part number B. Part number D is triangle X, Y and Z and P, Q and R. X is equivalent to Q and P is equivalent to Z and left Y is R. The angle XZ, angle YZ and X and QP and R is equal to 40 degree. These both angles are equal to 40 degree. Next you can observe that the line YZ, that line YZ and the line PR, YZ is equal to PR, that is equal to 6 millimeter. Now you can observe that the PQ is that side, PQ is equal to 4, but XZ is equal to 3.9 millimeters. That's why these both sides are not equal to each other, and therefore the triangles are, this is 4 millimeter and this is 3.9 millimeter. These sides are not equal. That's why the triangle XYZ is not congruent to triangle PQ and R. Now students, part number C, there G is congruent to U, G is equivalent to U and H equivalent to T and I is S. Now angle HI is equal to ST and both are equal to 5 centimeter. These are equal, and now angle GHI is equal to angle ST and U and both are equal to 40 degrees. To prove that the triangle are congruent to each other, we have to prove that the two angles and one side are equal. And you can see that the one side and one angle is equal. Now we find the other angle, that with other angle, and that is angle HU and S, and that angle is equal to, prove that the triangles are congruent to each other, we have to prove that the two angles and one side are equal to each other. We saw that the one side and one angle is equal, but the third angle is not equal, that the angle S is not equal to angle I and angle G is not equal to angle U. And we can find, to prove it, first we have to find both these angles. Angle GHI, you know that the triangle, in the triangle the angles are, you know that in the triangle angle G is equal to 75 plus 40 and 180. We know that the internal angle of the triangle are equal to 180, and we have to subtract 180 minus 75 and minus 40, and we get the angle G is equal to 65. And this is the angle G, which is the 65. And now we have to find the angle S, and angle S is equal to uh, plus 40 degree plus 55 degree is equal to 180 degree. To find an angle S, we have to subtract these angles 40 and 55, and we get the 85. That angle is equal to 85 degree. And these angles are not equal to each other. Angle S must be equal to angle I, and angle G is equal to angle U. Then the triangle is equal to congruent to each other. Therefore, the angle GIH is not equal to UST, angle UST, and HGI is not equal to TUS. Therefore, the triangle GHI is not congruent to triangle UTS. We have to mention the both the angles there, because that two angles, maybe these two angles and the next side is equal to each other, and these two angles and the next side is equal to each other, these two angles and next side, these two angles and next side. And that's why we have to mention these both angles in this question. Now, since part number D, M is equivalent to P, and N is Q, and O is R. Angle N is equal to angle Q, and that one side is not given to us. We have to find that side, and then we can prove that the triangles are not equal to each other. Is equal to, in Pythagoras theorem, the PQ is equal to 12 square and minus 5 square. You know that Pythagoras theorem is equal to c square a square plus b square, and there we have to find the b square. C is 12 square, and a is 5 square, and b square. And we have to find the PQ, and 12 is square subtracted the 5 square, and by subtracting it we get to find the B, which is PQ, we can take the under root both sides, and that is the situation. Now we can solve it. 144 minus 25, we get 119. Taking under root of this answer, we get 10.9. And PQ is a 10.9 centimeters. And now the MN is equal to 12 centimeter. The lines are not equal to each other. That's why we said that the triangle are not congruent to each other. Angle N is equal to angle Q, which is equal to 90 degree, and NO is equal to RQ, which is 5 centimeter, but the side MN is not equal to PQ, is not equal to that side PQ. That's why we write the triangle MNO is not congruent to PQ and R, and is not congruent to triangle PQ or an R. And now students, question number 3 is solved and question of basic level are finished. I hope you understand these questions very well. Thank you very much students for watching my videos. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.